Okay, Tuesday morning in the kingdom, and it was windy last night. It was cold and windy on freaking real. Now I know how those three little pigs felt in their house and how big bad wolf was huffing and puffing. So this morning we woke up to plus 10, but it's a chilly plus 10 Celsius, but 50 on the yo-yo scale, plus 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, it is chilly out here. There's differences in temperature if it's chilly or not. Yes, today is chilly. Last night was windy, got that? Today we're just going to wander around aimlessly lost. Yes, that way the boss thinks we're doing something, but in the end we're doing nothing, just wandering. Yes. And also too, we finally got the inverter power figured out. I watched a movie with boobies last night with a little mini power source, how would you say, generating power. And then before Betty bye, I turned everything off and went to battery power, and the fridge went all night. I got up this morning, I could hear it running away, clicking and banging away, and the dog treats are frozen, and my orange juice was cold this morning when I had it with my, how would you say, toast. Yes, oh, it was so good. I don't realize how much you appreciate the little things till they're gone. But the people of WHO-ville, who have no power and just plugging a little generator in outside, are suffering drastically, while our life in the kingdom is normal. All right, let's scroll this way. The smoke is not too bad. I'm not sure if it's going to rain some more today. We need lots of rain. Ah, yes, lots of rain. Take the fires away, get rid of the smoke, and life will be normal. Yes, we've had a fun summer. Yes, a fun summer. Yes, running around, getting things done, and bettering ourselves. It's trying to rain right now. It's spitting. Oh, well, we better get going here, walk the dogs, and get back in the house and answer comments and emails and everything like that. Oh, my, now it's really starting to drizzle. All right, we better go. Here comes the boss.
Tuesday morning in Whoville. It's almost 9 a.m. and as you can see, it's kind of cloudy out here right now. It's been on and off raining again. I'm going to get the welder going for a little bit so I can cool the fridge and the freezer. Then I'll switch back over to the inverter. I don't think we'll be doing much in the kingdom today because as you can see, it might be another rain day.
Okay, it's kind of chilly out here. I did my comments and everything like that and emails, and I used the batteries. Yes, the battery supplies. Yes, that was nice and quiet for working in the office. All right, so it's chilly out here. We should be outside working on the trucks, but we're going to fire up the welder here and do some plasma cutting in the shop where it's nice and warm. Yes, we got to service the plasma cutter too. We got to change out the beads. Yes, the beads. Okay, so the boss knows what time we actually started. We fired the welder up at 10:30. Yes, 10:30. So we got the stool out. Yes, at my age, we have to sit down to do everything. So here's the air dryer, or the bead dryer from Milton. This is what Sir Rodney got us in 2018 to dry the air for the plasma cutter, the ProPoint 38 Plus. If you don't have the dryness, the air and the air will get to, the moisture will get into the tip here and fry everything out. That's the first thing we did when we got it. We fried it out. Yes. All right, so then you got to change everything. So over here we got the system going. Yes. And the reason why we chose the Milton bead dryer, or yes, the bead dryer, because we can dry the beads. All right, so in 2018 we bought the beads. Yes, so that's the color of the beads, and they come brand new. We replenished in 2023 so we could have beads. So there they are, wet. They are wet. They're about, I'd say I pushed it too long. Yes, but also too, we're not getting dry air from in the shop. We're filling this air compressor with vehicles outside, so they're grabbing moisture from the air outside. So that creates problems. Plus we drain the tank regular, but still the air gets through, or the moisture gets through. So here's some dry beads that the staff cooks in their oven to heat her house up. Yes, that's what we do. So we have a bag of wet ones that go to her house to be dried, and she returns them back, and then we have the top up beads. Yes, so we're saving money, recycling, repurposing, plus heating the house. So we'll have to keep these beads for her to dry at a later date when the hydropower comes back on. Oh my, the joys of living remote at the end of the world. Okay, we tried. We took the wires from the control fuse panel of the breaker box, and for the air compressor, we strung them out and we tried. We put them together and then plugged it into the welder cord that's feeding the house here, and it didn't quite work. It was just too slow for that motor. If it's not running up to par, it's hard on the air compressor and hard on the motor, so we don't have enough power for that. Oh well, I guess we'll have to get the Screaming Ford out to fill this air tank. Yes, the Screaming Ford can sit there and run and drip oil. Yes, the drip droid. Yes, oh well, we tried. Okay, a drizzly rain outside, and you can hear the screaming forward, charging the air tank. Yes, it's just about full, and then we can plasma cut. So I went and got some aluminum here. I got a blueprint or a cartoon. We need to make a dash panel for the mini power source. So the master switch will be at the bottom, on, off, start, high, idle, glow plugs, yes. And we have the gauges. That'll be the hour meter, voltmeter, oil gauge, and temperature gauge. Yes, we'll do it all correctly. And we'll cut that after lunch. The air tank's just about full, so we can shut the screaming Ford off. So 20 minutes to fill the tank. I'm very pleased.
12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. I'll be having leftovers from last night. Good thing I used the microwave before it started to rain, so I just covered the welder and switched back over to inverter power, so I have Wi-Fi and the TV and stuff. Now let's head inside and eat. It's been trying to rain most of the morning, so hopefully this lasts and we get a good chunk of rain. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch, and I'll head over to the kingdom and drop off my dad's blueberries. I don't think we'll be doing anything today since it's on and off raining. Made it to the kingdom and dropped off my dad's blueberries. Now I'm just checking on my garden since we got all of that rain. Sorry about the background noise. My dad just turned on the mini power source to charge up the batteries. My tomatoes are doing pretty good. There is a few other ones coming in here too somewhere. But they are doing good. Another week or two and then I'll be able to pull out my potatoes once the leaves start dying. Looks like I'll be able to get some radish seeds here soon too. They are starting to bloom pretty nice here. I left a few that way I could get some seeds. And it looks like the big chopper is finally taken off. Can't really see it, but it's just on the other side of the trees. I'll walk over here and show you. .1:30 and I just made it back from the kingdom. As you can hear in the background, I have the power source going to charge up the inverter batteries. I also have the fridge and freezer plus the house plugged into the inverter as well. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out since it's not raining at the moment.
Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, and we did some drilling. Yes, we're not plugging into the wall outlet like I plugged in the battery charger for the screw guns and stuff. It doesn't work. You have to plug it into the cord because the cord is plugged into that there over there. Yes, then it goes to the generator. Yes, the welder power. All right, so that's the thing. I learned a long time ago in the past. I would cut out my piece the size I want, drill the holes, and then screw up the holes. Okay, so then as I got older, I learned drill the holes, and then if I screw up, just move over one. Yes, just move over one. So this will work out good. Master switch on, off, and I put the things on that it's up is on. Yes, that's our trademark here in the kingdom. Yeah, so that'll work out good. Now I'll just cut this out with the plasma cutter. This is the bottom, and this is the edge that'll be bolted onto, and probably the bottom too. We're not sure, so we can get this all done. I actually cut with the hole saw and didn't make a mess, but we have the die grinder right there, and we had a full air tank of air, so we're gonna have to start screaming forward to get some more to do the plasma cutting. Yes, and also too, this is what I was telling you back in 2022 and 2021. Everything was so screwed up, so you're ordering master cylinders that didn't work. All right, look at this here. This is a drill bit index 3/8 shank. This is a drill bit index, and it's three-sided or wherever, which is good for grabbing onto. All right, so let's look at the part number. Look at that, 57. Ooh, the car. 0146. 570146. That was bought in probably January of 2022, and this was October 2022. This is probably about $199 now for the same thing. So that's what I mean. You order a part and then use the part number. That's the only way we do it. Thinking we're getting this 3/8 shank, but it turned out to be wrong. Yes, so we're not gonna, how'd you say, complain, because you can't. It costs too much money to send a product back to get it corrected, and plus we make all our notes here. Yes, how to do it. All right, let's go get the plasma cutter out, cut this thing out, and then we can buff it good and install the gauges. Yes, we're actually doing something. The boss will be impressed. Okay, just about 3 o'clock coffee time. That was expensive. Yes, it's chilly out here, but we're working in the shop. All right, so to run the welder, in here for power for the drills and stuff, and then to run the Screaming Ford over there for air. This probably cost me $80 in fuel. Yeah, so I would have been better off to be evacuated, sit in a motel room, watch movies with boobies, and get free meals and plus a daily living allowance. So here we are, struggling along. Cost money to stay back, I guess. So here we go. We got the board done. All right, so you got it figured out. This will work out good. Very pleased, very pleased. So what did it cost? Nothing. And the first time ever I drilled 4 holes with the hole saw, and they actually stayed in the same place. I don't know how that happened. Must have been 100% luck. No, it's called magic. All right, the boss will want us now working on the 38 maple leaf because there's a list to do on it, and he'll say it's not raining out here, so get out there and work on it.
5 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make supper. The rain stopped for the moment. It's been on and off sprinkling for the last few hours here, so I'll turn the welder on so I can have some big power, and then once I'm done making supper, I'll switch back over to the inverter. Now let's head inside and let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 5:30 in the kingdom in between the rains. Yes, the little sprinkle rains. I was out here working on the workbench on the back and working on the park brake cables, or the emergency brake cables. Yes, we're doing the cables. All right, so we had the little workbench set up there because it's too dark in the shop, and we got our 6 hours of, probably close to 6 hours run time on the welder. So that's 5 gallons of gas, which is $40. Yes, $40 Canadian. So we got the brake lines in, and I just tied them up like that so the rain doesn't get in it, because if they're hanging down, the rain will soup, or how would you say, sit, lay in the low-lying areas. Yes, so we got that all done. Never sees. And of course, we break the bolt. Where is it? It's over here. See that one in there, Les Nesman? Right there? That broke off. So that was great fun drilling it from the backside. At least I didn't have to take it off. So tomorrow's project, that's part of the fun time, as the boss would say. We got the clevis things or whatever to fit onto the park brake rod levers. And then we'll incorporate them or thread them onto this noose rod, okay? And then that fits nicely through there. Yes, and then we got to figure out the rod going to the park brake. We built that last week when we were hiding from the smoke. We have to hook that up. So there'll be a lot of little things. And then also too, straighten out this mess here with the 2-speed. Yes, we have the clevises or whatever, the thingy me bobs over there. So that'll be tomorrow's project. Then that makes all 3 trucks with the 2 speeds and new park brake cables. And 2 speeds. Yes, this is coming along. It's a long time project. Oops, I got the burps. I was eating peanuts and drinking A&W root beer. Oh my, life is good. All right, let's put the tools away and we can call it a day. Okay, we're done for the day, and those guys are going out to have some fun. Playing with the water in these cold temperatures must be great fun. At least they're out doing it, as they can fly today because there's no smoke. All right, so we got everything put away, and we're gonna go walk the dogs and make a video. Today was kind of a relaxing day, but we needed it. All right, let's go make the video, and we'll talk to you later.